I hope you're having a great day, a great morning today. Well, today I wanted to talk about one very simple, inexpensive lifestyle change. Now, this lifestyle change is free. It doesn't cost you money, but like I said in 2019, there are three words that we're going to focus on. That is dedication, commitment, and discipline. The lifestyle that I'm talking about today is something that every one of us can start doing right now if we're not already doing it. And it can have a positive impact on our digestion if we have indigestion problems, if we've been having constant burping and belching, if we've been having flatulence, if we've been having gas, if we've been having acidity. As we spoke in yesterday's video, all of these things, constipation and acidity, are bad things for us. Well, you see, even when it comes to losing weight, people are always focused on exercise and fad diets and all of these quick fixes that they think will get them results. And as we know, we lose weight initially and then we put all that weight back on again, which isn't good for our body, because every time we yo-yo between losing weight and gaining weight, it basically upsets everything else that's happening in the human body. So successful weight loss is the weight that we lose without destroying our health, without destroying our peace of mind, and where we manage to keep our weight off. Well, the simple lifestyle that I'm talking about today, even the most busiest person can do it. Your children can do it if you teach them. You can do it no matter what your position is, what kind of work you have. As long as you're sitting down and you have teeth in your mouth, you can do this. What I'm talking about is the power of chewing. Now, as you see today, we live in a complicated world where we're constantly looking for more complicated things, more things to spend money on in order to improve our health. But the intelligence and beauty of nature and the human body is it's given us everything we need to maintain good health, to maintain our immune systems, to maintain our vital organ functions. Now, I'm talking about chewing. And like I said, if you are a fast eater, you have problems. Let's start off with digestion. Everything in the human body depends on your digestion, because everything in the human body depends on the food that you feed it. You're nourishing cells, you're providing energy to all of your cells. Now, your digestion, most people think starts in the stomach, but your digestion starts in your mouth. From the moment that food is placed in front of you, there are signals and images reaching your brain, moving you from your sympathetic to your parasympathetic nervous system. The moment you smell food, which is why good food should look good, it should smell good. So you can start generating saliva before you even start eating your meal. So right now, if I ask you to close your eyes and think of your most favorite food, you will automatically notice that you start producing saliva with just the thought of that food. Now, there's a reason this happens, because our saliva is where the digestion starts. The more we chew our food, the more we use our teeth to break down food, the more time your food is in your mouth producing more and more saliva. Now, as your saliva mixes with this food, this saliva has amylase, it has lipase. These are basically enzymes that start the digestion of carbohydrates and fats in your mouth. So just imagine digestion of carbohydrates and fats, two macronutrients that people are scared of, which we shouldn't be unless it's the wrong quality. It starts in your mouth. So the more you chew your food and break it down, and it spends time mixing with your saliva, and then you swallow it, you've already signaled by sending more saliva down your esophagus into your stomach to start the production of acid and other enzymes, which will now complete the digestion and also begin the digestion of protein. So what happens is, digestion is not just digesting and breaking down the food we eat, it's assimilating it and absorbing it. There are so many people today who eat healthy food, but yet they're malnourished. They have vitamin deficiencies, they have hair fall, they have poor skin health, they have arthritic pains, because no matter how well they're eating, it depends on how well they're assimilating and absorbing your food. And assimilation and absorption depends on how well you've chewed your food and how much of time it's spent in your mouth. So what we need to understand, that digestion starts in your mouth. Now, when we eat our food too quickly and we don't use our teeth to break down larger particles of food into smaller particles of food, we send partially undigested and larger chunks of food into our stomach. Now, our stomach needs to produce more acid and more enzymes and all of that stuff just to break down the food that your mouth should have done. So, we can look at acidity, we can look at an indigestion, and then these undigested pieces of food further travel down to your small intestines. Acidic pieces of food irritate the mucosal and intestinal wall linings of your intestine, and then we have gut inflammation and bloating and acidity. And the more acidic food you have in your intestine, you upset the microbiome, which is your good bacteria and bad bacteria. So sometimes after a meal, when we've eaten a heavy meal too quickly, you'll find that your stomach bloats up. That's your bad bacteria behaving the wrong way, trapping gas, and it's all because of the way that you ate in most cases. So we can also look at overcoming acidity. One of the ways is chewing. So if you're very, very acidic and you get acidic after eating your meals, one thing that you can do out of several other lifestyle changes is chew your food. Now, overeating, when you eat too quickly and you don't chew your food the right way, you tend to eat more calories. Most people today who are having a problem losing weight is because they eat more than their body requires. It doesn't matter whether it's healthy food or unhealthy food. If you even overeat a salad and your body doesn't need to break all of that excess salad down into energy, there's a possibility that you store it as fat. So you need to understand that overeating not just puts in more calories in your system, but it also upsets your blood sugar levels, because the more food you eat, the more insulin you have to produce because your blood sugar levels go higher and higher. Diabetes, high blood pressure. Now understand that insulin is a hormone. So the more food we put into our system quickly, insulin, blood sugar levels, fluctuations is all dependent on that process, which is why it is so important for us to slow down, chew our food, and eat. So people with diabetes, people with high blood pressure, understand that you need to slow down and eat your food. It is so important for us to understand that we have the sympathetic nervous system, which is our stress mode, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. If we are eating in the sympathetic nervous system, our blood pressure is higher, our blood sugar levels are higher, everything's different because cortisol is on the higher side, and we cannot assimilate, we cannot digest our food, which is why people who eat fast and under stress usually have acidity, bloating, indigestion, and all of these other problems. Now, what we need to really see is also, there's a tip. If you're eating a food that may not be too good for you, like let's say it's your reward day and you're having something which is a fried food or a dessert or whatever it is that you know isn't too healthy for you, chewing this food more will actually help. So whatever it is, whether it's that dessert, just because you have a dessert in front of you doesn't mean you have to eat it quickly and not enjoy it. The whole idea of enjoying food and being a foodie is to savor the food that you eat, to enjoy it, to bond with the tastes and the fragrance and all of that stuff. So that requires you to eat slow. What can you enjoy in life when it's done too fast? Everything, most things in life are enjoyed when it's savored, when it's done mindfully, when you do it slowly. So even if it's a bad food, you want to put in more effort into chewing because you want to make sure that that digestion starts with the saliva in your mouth. Now we need to understand, you need to teach your children to chew from a very, very young age. These are life lessons for your children. There's no point telling them don't eat junk, don't eat pizzas and burgers. That's great advice too. But the whole idea is first teach them the human body. Teach them why they have teeth. Teach them the importance of how digestion works. Once these messages gets inside your child's subconscious, they may still eat fast, but it's always there. They start reasoning, they start thinking with logic, and eventually they start doing it. And if they see us doing it, because all parents, all of us lead by example. If our children see us rushing through our meals, if they see us eating with our cell phones in hand, with the TV on, and constantly talking to other people and not mindfully eating, they don't learn this. So if we're going to teach our children or teach ourselves how to do it, it starts with commitment, dedication, and discipline, leading by example. Teach your children, and when you tell them to chew, give them the reasons why they should chew their food and how it behaves in their body. So that all comes down to mindfulness. Now, most people today, most successful people, as you can see, they've built their businesses, their careers, whatever you're successful in life. What did it take you to have that success? Dedication, discipline, and commitment. Now again, when it comes to this, mindfulness, like meditation, you only get good at meditation the more you practice it. The same thing's going to happen with chewing your food. You're going to have to take one meal at a time, if not all of them. Because if we're used to eating fast, it's very difficult to start slowing down. So you start with that one meal, mindfully eating, no cell phones, no television, none of that stuff. You sit with your food. The best way to get you to that mindfulness so that you remember, because we're so caught up in life, that meals have just become a mechanical process in the day. You have an opportunity to bless your food. You have an opportunity to offer gratitude for your food. You have an opportunity to sit, take in 6 deep breaths that takes no less than 2 minutes, so that you move from sympathetic nervous system in case you were stressed to your parasympathetic nervous system. Now you're in rest and digest, so you can mindfully eat and chew your food. Start this one step at a time. Most people say, oh, it's too difficult to do. Well, like I said, it takes commitment, dedication, and discipline, and the same way you learn meditation or anything in your life, which is by practice and practice until it becomes a ritual and a habit. That's how you master the art of chewing. Now, a lot of people say that, oh, eating food, it's a waste of time. We need to eat fast. We have meetings. I don't know a single successful person in the world. I don't know if there's a person who made his $1 billion or she made her $1 billion or built a company or signed a multi-million-dollar deal by eating their meal quickly. I don't think anyone's ever done that. So these are all mindsets that, oh, finish my meal fast and I'll have more time to do something else. No, look at your time. Look at where you're wasting more time. Maybe on social media, on frivolous talk and things which are not important to you. And give more time to your meals. Give more time to your meals. Adding 5 minutes or 10 minutes more to your meal time is not going to change the way you are successful in life, business, relationships, or whatever it is. I don't think shaving off time from your eating is ever going to get you anything more. But what it is going to get you is a healthy digestive system and great health. So this is something simple which, believe me, you can do right now. And it's one of the most prescribed things that we write on our prescription to people. Chew your food, chew your food, chew your food. Because you can have all the antacids in the world, you can have all the quick fixes in the world, but remember, you get into a vicious cycle, and we can see that vicious cycle in the amount of disease and suffering that we have today. So something as simple as chewing your food. Teach yourself, teach your children, start doing it together as a family. Involve your family in chewing. When you involve them, automatically you can make a rule that there are no cell phones, no TV. You respect your meal times. It's a sacred time. Food is sacred to the human body. When we eat it without intent, when we eat it just without gratitude and stuff, it doesn't work for our body. But you can change the energy of your food by offering gratitude, prayer, by eating it mindfully, by respecting the food that you eat. This is your medicine. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.